In 1787, the founding fathers of our country came together in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to write a document that we now know as the Constitution. It was in this document that a list of amendments were put in place to keep our country and our citizens free and safe. As many of us know, the past 233 years since this was written, a lot has changed and our country has greatly evolved. Which brings me to the topic of the debate. The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And the Second Amendment does not protect Americans, it just endangers them. The writers of the Constitution were not aware of the possibilities and advancements of weaponry in the future. In the 18th century, guns and weapons consisted of one-round magazine firearms that could cause minimal damage. It clearly states here in the article, here's what firearms looked like when the Founding Fathers wrote the Second Amendment. The musket commonly used in the 1700s could fire around 3 effective rounds per minute in the hands of the most skilled wielder. Today, our country has guns like the AR-15, which has an effective fire of 45 rounds per minute and an accuracy range of 550 meters. These guns are not even comparable what they do, and what was written hundreds of years ago cannot account for the insane differences in guns today. And on the contrary to what many people believe, guns do not keep us safe, they actually endanger our families and enable predators. Members of our country argue that guns provide us with safety from predators and criminals, and that they are also used for sport and hunting. Deshaun Stokes says, when a country with less than 5% of the world's population has nearly 50% of the world's privately owned guns and makes up nearly a third of the world's mass shootings, it's time to stop saying guns make us safer. Although there are a few cases of random citizens defending themselves and using their weapons for the greater good, we cannot ignore the statistics that show us that guns are deadly. There are more than 14,000 homicides attributed to firearms each year in the United States. 1/3 of the world's mass shootings take place in the United States, which is the country with the least strict gun laws. Today is January 6, 2020, and to this date, there has already been 6 mass shootings since the new year began. Our brothers, our sisters, mothers, fathers, lovers, friends, everybody is in danger. The video I'm about to show you tells the scary reality of many students in America.
56 million American kids are now back at school, and today a new public service announcement was released by a group that wants to make sure they stay safe. And as Jim Axelrod shows us, it's tough to watch, and that's the point.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
It starts out like any other back-to-school spot.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
But it's certainly not.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
The sound of gunshots makes that perfectly clear. If the idea is to create a sense of terror students and parents live with every day, that their school could be next.
These scissors really come in handy in art class.
People at Sandy Hook promise have met their goal.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
It's hard.
It's a hard watch.
It's a hard watch. By design?
Absolutely by design. Parents need to have that emotional gut punch.
A nonprofit founded by families of those killed at Newtown, their goal was to shock. Nicole Hockley's son Dylan was among the 26 victims.
This is what kids are experiencing today, and that's why we have to take action.
Hockley told us this PSA was divorced from politics, that keeping kids safe is not a partisan issue.
That is true. Jim, thank you.
Enough is enough, America. We are in a desperate need of a change in our gun laws and in our Second Amendment.